So, you picked up Outward, and it was a little harder than you thought, and you keep dying and dying and dying. You don't know what to do, so you just ask yourself, how? Just how? How do I get better? How do I get better at these videos? Oh my god, I suck at editing. Oh my god. How's it going, YouTube? It's Curse again with yet another Outward video. This time I'm starting a new series on Outward builds. To start off, I'll be showing you guys my Leyline Wizard build that has just been nuking everything in its path. Like always, I'll be showing clips of my Twitch stream showing how I use a specific build. If you guys want to stop by and say hello, I'll put the link to my Twitch in the description below. If you guys have any questions or ideas, make sure to leave a comment so I know what to make on my next video. Now, let's get straight to the build. Alright guys, so now we're hopping into my Twitch stream. This is the Leyline Wizard build. I'm going to show you exactly what it is I have in equipment as well as my stats. So my stats are actually a little bit crazy. I actually said screw it, and I went for the 240 max mana. I literally clicked all the way and was like, I don't care, I'm going to be a wizard, except that was the first day I played. And honestly, it's been working good for me. I don't care too much about my health because I have a healing spell. I don't really care too much about my stamina because I sleep a lot. And I'll explain why I sleep a lot. I know there's a buff when you don't sleep, but I just don't think it's worth it because when you sleep, you also get a buff. So I'll explain why. Now, mana, 120 all the time. If you sleep, doesn't matter if you sleep for 24 hours, you will always only get punished half of your mana. So I have 240 max mana, but I still have 120 to use. All the time, always at my disposal. So that's great. Now let me show you why. So right now I just took a nap on my Mage tent. So let me put it down. I literally just woke up from a beautiful nap and look at this buff. So mana cost of abilities is minus 15%. That is a buff for 2,400 seconds. That's 40 minutes, guys. That is a lot of time. And that's the buff that I would rather get, honestly. And besides, I play a lot with my friends, so I'm sleeping all the time because they need to sleep because they're usually warriors or stamina users, and they need to be sleeping constantly. So I figured, why not just sleep? Now, let's go over my equipment. So first, my hat, my wide blue hat, minus 20% mana cost and minus 5% stamina cost, which is really good because you need to run around a lot. Now, so that's 20% plus the 15. You're at 35. And then with the Clan Sage robe, now you're at another minus 20. So you're looking at 55. Just half of your mana cost is already gone. Literally, half of your mana cost is already gone. So, actually a little bit more, 5% more, whatever. Just off of your hat, your robe, and your buff. So constantly you are not even, you're using half of your mana cost. Now the boots have plus 15% movement speed. Now I really like this because I run around my enemies a lot. I use stamina a lot. I pretty much just kite or just run to enemies. I'm super impatient. So I'll just be like, you know what? I want to kill this guy. I want to kill him now. So I'm always running. And that helps out a lot. And I don't need any more mana reduction. If I wanted to, I could run the Jade Scimitar and another boots, and I think the boots are like 15%. Let's suppose it's another 15%. So 55 plus 15, you're at 70, plus 10, you're at 80%. Now, you could do that if you want. Now, I really just rather go for the movement speed. Now, the Lexicon, great. It just amplifies all your spells. It makes all, although the Light Mender's Lexicon, by the way. I'll show you all, how to get all this stuff, guys. Don't worry about it. Right now in a few seconds. But the Lexicon, this Lexicon just amplifies all your spells. Makes everything just do more damage. And it's just a great Lexicon. There's no reason why not to get it. It's pretty easy to get. Now, the Mafino's Trade Backpack. This is kind of really hard to get. One of my followers on Twitch actually showed me how to get it, so I thank him for that. Now, you might be asking why I have the Sky Crown Mace when I could just simply do this and now I have a sword. So if you look at this, the Runic Blade does 28 plus 12. Now the Sky Crown Mace does 12 plus 35. Does more damage, and the attack speed on the Runic Blade is 1, and the attack speed on the Sky Crown Mace is 1.1, plus 50 impact. It's kind of a no-brainer. Besides, it looks blue, so I have it on all the time, and I could always add a buff. So I could always just put on my Bless, just use this, and then use this, and I could always just have even more damage. It adds weapon, deals some lightning damage, and emits light. So I could always just do that, and it just does more damage. It's perfect. I don't have to be worrying about recasting it. Instead of using the Jade Scimitar for the minus 10% cost. It's just a great weapon. Now, I already showed you guys the Mage's Tent. The Mage's Tent must get. You have to get it. I purchased it here in Abrasar Desert. So you really need to get that one. Now, one more thing I do want to talk about is my consumables. I do carry Astral Potions as well as Gaberry Wine. Not too sure how to actually say that, but I think it's Gaberry or Jawberry. I don't know. And a turnip pottage all the time. I make so many of these just because they're super easy to make. When you sleep, instead of clicking guard, just don't click guard. Just get ambushed and kill them. It's super easy. You just run up to them. I'll show you a video right now. You just wake up, attack, pick up their stuff, sell whatever they had, and now you have enough to make like 9 of these. So you're golden. You can use this whenever you want. When you eat it, it gives you a buff, right? So it gives you 0.25 mana per second. So constantly you're recovering mana. Now we also have the skill. Well, I can't show it to you, but if you buy the skill tree on the Chakram, if you unlock it, then that skill is another plus 0.15% mana regen at all times. So now you're getting 0.45% mana regen at all times. That's great. You're just recovering mana constantly. You're not always using mana. You're not always fighting enemies. From when you go from one to another, you've already mostly recovered all your mana. So, or you could just use your ability, which is Reveal Souls, and then you use Spark. And then you just heal a bunch of mana. So mana is really not an issue. So just use it as much as you can. So now I talked about the Astral Potion. Yes. Now the Ice Flame Torch, I just found it. You can find it a lot anywhere. It's fairly common. But I use it. I really only have it for my Fire Breath skill whenever I want to get that fire damage tick on a monster. And my Cold Stone, because I really prefer the Ice Sigil over the Fire Sigil. And I always carry on the Storm Sigil, though, because you can use it anywhere at any time. Doesn't require any stones. And it does really good damage. Now, I think it's time to show you exactly where you get all these items so that you guys can run this build if you want to. Okay guys, so real quick I'm going to show you my hotbar, essentially the skills that I'm currently using. So Q is going to be Spark, E is Mana Ward, R Wind Sigil, 1 is green, and then 2 red, purple, blue, and then Conjure. Now the reason why I have it like this is because Spark can be used with Wind Sigil, Conjure can be used with Wind Sigil, and then E is just a defensive mechanism. You're invulnerable for 2 seconds, so it's a pretty good skill to have just on you. So now, green, red, purple, and blue, well, you know what those do if you want the rune video, as well as the advanced tactics. I'll show you the advanced spells. I'll show them to you right now in a little bit when I go through the dungeon behind me. Now the spells that I use that are not on my hotbar all the time is Reveal Souls. I use reveal souls all the time to reveal the soul so I can pop it with my Q, with my spark, and I can get that mana back, or for conjure if I want to summon my puppet. Now also call to the elements. Call to the elements just gives you a boon. Bless. I can use bless, and then I could use infused light so I can get my damage on my weapon, as well as rage if I really want to. And then you can use focus as well. It gives you the discipline boon. Why not? Just buff up, right? And then mist. Mist is really important. It gives you extra damage against ethereal monsters, as well as resistance. We're going to do a dungeon right next to the city of Levant. If you didn't know, that Levant actually sells all the items for 20% more. So if you want to make more money, always sell at the desert if you have the time to do that. Now let's go ahead and do this dungeon and show you exactly how much power this has. So first thing you want to do is just buff up all the way. So let's do our normal buffs. Already have my lantern on. I never keep these slotted just because it takes up too much time. Let's do not focus. Well, we could do that too. Then use this one. Infuse light, just make our weapon stronger. Mist, we do more damage against ethereal soldiers. Rage, because why not? And we're good to go. So there should be monsters here. Well, actually there's humanoids. So let's go see how that works out. So that's a mage. So you want to be careful with mages. I would just run up to it and just smack it. Now let's try to see what we can actually do with this build. Let's go get ourselves some warriors. Okay, so like that's a warrior right there. Oh, so I actually can't use my thunder sigil here. But really your main attack is just this attack. It's purple and then green, because it just explodes. Like right there, I used it once, and I'm just going to use it twice against. Oh, I got hit. I actually just don't care. Why? Because you can just 3 and then 4. So purple and then blue. If you want a guide on how to use the rune mage, just go to my rune mage video. I don't explain how to do the advanced skills, but trust me, it's coming. Oh, I got ganked. Sorry, buddy. But these guys are actually pretty hard to kill, and I'm just smoking them like if there's no tomorrow. Now, let's see. So, besides that, we have Conjure Soul. So actually, I haven't even eaten my porridge yet. My pottage, sorry, right? So I'm gonna do Reveal Souls, and then for this one, oh, did I do the right one? Yeah, there we go. So Reveal Souls. And then I'm actually going to spark this one to get all my mana back, because I can. And I'm going to Reveal Souls on this guy. And then Conjure. Oh, it looks like I missed. You do have to be standing right next to it. It is my bad. My bad. Well, amigos, that's all for today. But I would love to see what you guys have been working on. So comment down below the build that you've been rocking so far. And please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos on Outward. And leave a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.